Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield to the ranking member.
Thank you very much for yielding. And I guess we can all appreciate the personal stories that have been shared with us today. And the gentleman just talked about the pastors that he worked with. Both I and Mr. Cleaver knew E.V. Hill very well. When I was in the state legislature, he was always after me to try and get him some government money. And so he certainly was not opposed to government money. Now, I recognize he was a very conservative Republican and a televangelist, and that he worked very close with the conservative community, and you all were very good to him. You helped to fund his church and to help him expand the church and to renovate the church, and you did a good job with that. But I want you to know that he really did go after government money. And as for the gang situation, I know of no direct involvement with gangs of E.V. Hill. I worked in that area in 5 public housing projects where we did use government resources to deal with gang activity, and we were very successful. But if you want to someday have a private conversation about Mr. E.V. Hill, I'll be happy to meet with you and exchange some information, and I suppose Mr. Cleaver would help us with that also. Since I have 3 minutes left of time here, let me just say that even though we had the representation about how changes were made in some ways, we didn't hear any specificity about how people were able to house folks and to open up rental opportunities without using government money, or where those resources would come from. This is real. We're dealing with real problems with homelessness and poverty. And for those who think somehow you can solve these problems without government money, the reason we have had some success with the veterans is because we spent money on the veterans to decrease homelessness. As a matter of fact, I think that one of the programs that we have, Mr. Green was very much in the Bosch program. Yes. Where is that? I want to show how well that worked. We've had a 33% decrease in chronic veteran homelessness, and this was government money. I don't know of private money dedicated to veteran homelessness that can match this. If anyone does know that, share that information with me. The fact of the matter is, don't let the words fully funded scare you, because when the President talks about fully funded, it is not arbitrary. It is talking about meeting the need. And so you can't talk about fully funded in a vacuum as if that means that you're spending money or appropriating money in some way that's not needed, or that you didn't do the work that was needed to justify the amount of money that is needed. And so I would just say that I'm disappointed that my friends on the opposite side of the aisle could not embrace the amendments that were offered by Mr. Cleaver. I think that those were credible amendments to deal with the problem of housing and homelessness, and I am hopeful that as we go through this session of Congress, that we can change some minds. As a matter of fact, I won't ask it now, but I doubt if many of the people talking about housing projects has ever visited one. On this side of the aisle, we seem to have not only visitors, but those who have lived and been raised in public housing. So we know what we're talking about. With that, I would yield back my time.
It was Mr. Kildee.